Top 7 vitamins to strengthen your legs. Imagine waking up each morning with legs that feel strong, steady, and full of energy. No more weakness, no more painful cramps, and no more worrying about balance or falls. If you want to stay active, independent, and confident, the secret lies in proper nutrition. Today, we're going to reveal 7 essential vitamins and minerals that play a powerful role in keeping your legs strong and unstoppable. From boosting muscle performance to protecting bone density and improving circulation, these nutrients can transform the way you move and feel every day. Whether you enjoy long walks in the park, dancing, or simply staying independent in your daily life, this is the guide for you. Before we begin, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Share it in the comments and feel free to ask me any questions. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the best health tips from Health 365. Let's work together to build a healthier, stronger future. Vitamin D, the foundation of strong legs as we age. Our bodies naturally go through changes. Muscle mass gradually declines. Bones lose density. Movements that once felt easy may start to feel more difficult. One of the biggest and most overlooked reasons for this decline is vitamin D deficiency. This vitamin is not only vital for bone strength, it's also essential for maintaining balance, mobility, and proper muscle function. Unfortunately, as we get older, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. To make things worse, many seniors spend less time outdoors, which increases the risk of deficiency. Ensuring you get enough vitamin D can make a dramatic difference in your leg strength, stability, and overall well-being. Many older adults spend less time outdoors, whether due to mobility issues, lifestyle changes, or concerns about skin damage. Unfortunately, this often leads to a widespread vitamin D deficiency, which gradually weakens muscles and leaves the legs unstable. Research has consistently shown a strong connection between low vitamin D levels, muscle weakness, and a higher risk of falls in seniors. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism revealed that older adults with healthy vitamin D levels had stronger muscle fibers, better coordination, and improved balance, making them far less likely to suffer from injuries or fractures. On the other hand, those who were deficient experienced faster muscle loss, making even everyday tasks like climbing stairs or standing from a chair more difficult. While vitamin D is often associated with calcium absorption and bone strength, its role goes far beyond that. This powerhouse nutrient directly supports muscle function by enhancing protein synthesis, improving communication between nerves and muscles. Think of vitamin D as a fuel source for your leg muscles. Without it, they simply cannot perform at their best. Another critical role of vitamin D is in maintaining fast-twitch muscle fibers, the fibers responsible for quick reactions and balance. These fibers act like a safety net, helping your legs respond rapidly when you stumble or lose balance. Without enough vitamin D, these fibers weaken, leading to slower reactions, weaker contractions, and a greater risk of falls and injuries. Beyond strength and coordination, vitamin D also helps reduce inflammation in muscle tissues, easing the chronic pain, cramps, and stiffness that many seniors experience in their legs. For those struggling with frequent discomfort, maintaining adequate vitamin D levels may be the missing key to relief. You might be surprised to learn that simply optimizing your vitamin D levels can bring remarkable relief. Ignoring a deficiency doesn't just weaken the legs, it also opens the door to a range of serious health issues. The most concerning is osteoporosis and fractures. Without enough vitamin D, the body cannot properly absorb calcium, leaving bones brittle and vulnerable. In this state, even a minor stumble can result in a major fracture, dramatically reducing mobility and independence. But the risks extend far beyond bone and muscle health. Low vitamin D levels have been linked to heart disease, cognitive decline, and weakened immunity. Seniors who neglect their intake may not only experience weak legs, but also face a greater risk of chronic conditions that further diminish quality of life. The good news? Restoring vitamin D is both simple and effective, offering life-changing benefits for strength and well-being. Here are the best ways to maintain healthy levels. Sunlight exposure. Just 15-30 minutes of direct sunlight a few times per week, ideally in the morning or late afternoon, can naturally boost vitamin D. Exposing arms and legs maximizes absorption, though keep in mind that sunscreen, while important for skin protection, can reduce synthesis. Vitamin D-rich foods. While diet alone often isn't enough to meet daily needs, certain foods can help. Fatty fish, like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, fortified dairy products, egg yolks, and mushrooms are excellent sources. Supplements. For many older adults, especially those who spend limited time outdoors, supplementation is essential. Most experts recommend 800 to 1,000 IU per day for strong bones and muscles, though higher doses may be prescribed by a doctor in cases of severe deficiency. If you're unsure about your vitamin D levels, a simple blood test can give you clear answers. Many doctors now routinely check for vitamin D deficiency in older adults, recognizing its crucial role in preventing falls and fractures. Calcium, the cornerstone of bone and muscle strength, unlike younger individuals whose bones are still actively remodeling, older adults naturally experience a gradual loss of bone mass. This makes them far more susceptible to fractures. For the legs, this risk is especially concerning. Hip fractures, femur breaks, and stress fractures in the lower limbs are among the most serious injuries seniors can face. What might have been a harmless fall in youth can, in later years, result in months of recovery or even permanent loss of mobility when bones lack the necessary calcium reserves. But calcium's role doesn't stop at bone health. It is also a key player in muscle function. Every movement, from taking a simple step to standing up from a chair, depends on calcium's interaction with muscle fibers. Calcium ions act as triggers for contraction, ensuring smooth, controlled movement. Without enough calcium, muscles may cramp more frequently, feel weak or sluggish, struggle to generate the force needed for stability. This is why many people with calcium deficiency experience frequent leg cramps, slower movement, and reduced endurance. The good news is that calcium can be obtained from a wide range of foods. While dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese are well-known sources, they are not the only options. Excellent alternatives include leafy greens such as kale and bok choy, almonds, and tofu sardines. Fortified plant-based milks. The key is variety. By including multiple sources of calcium in your daily diet, you can protect both your bones and your muscles, helping your legs stay strong and resilient. A balanced diet is the best way to ensure steady calcium absorption and strong bone maintenance. However, for many older adults, food alone may not be enough. Dietary restrictions, digestive issues, or reduced absorption can make it difficult to meet daily needs. This is where calcium supplements can play a valuable role, especially when paired with vitamin D, which helps the body absorb calcium more effectively. But remember, more is not always better. Excess calcium, particularly from supplements, may cause unwanted effects such as calcium buildup in arteries, kidney stones, or digestive discomfort. The key is balance. Experts generally recommend 1,000–1,200 mg of calcium per day, ideally, coming from a mix of nutrient-rich foods and supplements only when necessary. Calcium's effectiveness also depends on movement. Weight-bearing activities like walking, resistance training, or even light jogging stimulate bone remodeling and direct calcium into the places it's needed most, the bones and muscles. Without regular activity, even the best calcium intake cannot fully strengthen the skeletal system. Neglecting calcium doesn't just weaken bones, it limits freedom. Without strong bones and well-functioning muscles, daily activities become harder, favorite hobbies may be lost, and independence can gradually slip away. A life of mobility, stability, and confidence starts with protecting your bones and muscles, and calcium is at the center of that foundation. Vitamin B12, the nerve protector. While much of the conversation about leg strength focuses on calcium and protein, few people realize how critical vitamin B12 is for mobility. This essential nutrient keeps nerves healthy, ensuring the electrical signals that travel from the spinal cord to the muscles remain strong and efficient. Strong, steady legs depend on clear communication between the nerves and the muscles. Without enough vitamin B12, those signals weaken. The result? Muscle instability, reduced control over movement, and a creeping sense of weakness. It's no surprise that one of the earliest and most common signs of deficiency is a feeling of heavy, tired legs, often accompanied by numbness or tingling. The challenge is that vitamin B12 deficiency is surprisingly common among older adults. Unlike other vitamins that can be stored easily or absorbed from a wide variety of foods, B12 absorption is highly dependent on digestive health. The body needs both adequate stomach acid and a special protein called intrinsic factor to extract B12 from food. As we age, stomach acid production naturally declines. On top of that, conditions like gastritis, acid reflux, or long-term use of antacids can further block absorption. Combine this with diets low in B12-rich foods, and many seniors experience a gradual depletion of this vital nutrient, often without realizing it. The consequences go far beyond tired legs. If left uncorrected, B12 deficiency can cause irreversible nerve damage, impairing balance, coordination, and reflexes. Many older adults who struggle with frequent falls, difficulty walking, or a nagging sense that their legs just don't work like they used to may actually be facing the neurological effects of a B12 shortage. Because the decline often happens slowly, it's too often dismissed as a normal part of aging, when in reality it's entirely preventable. The good news is that restoring B12 levels can have a profound impact. Studies show that seniors who correct their deficiency often see improvements in leg strength, energy, endurance, and overall mobility. So where can you find this critical vitamin? Unlike many other nutrients that can be sourced from plants, vitamin B12 is found almost exclusively in animal-based foods. The best dietary sources include lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy, and shellfish, particularly clams and liver, which are among the richest providers. For individuals following a plant-based diet, or for those who struggle with absorption, fortified foods like cereals and plant-based milks or B12 supplements are essential. The good news is that B12 is one of the safest vitamins to supplement, since any excess is simply excreted in urine. Many older adults benefit from higher-dose oral supplements or periodic B12 injections, especially if their bodies have difficulty absorbing it from food alone. Routine blood tests can help track B12 levels and prevent the gradual decline in leg functions so often linked to deficiency. Here's the key takeaway. Strong legs aren't just about muscle strength. They're about nerve efficiency, quick reactions, and coordination. No matter how much you exercise, if your nerves aren't firing correctly, your legs won't respond the way they should. That's why maintaining adequate vitamin B12 levels is one of the most overlooked yet powerful strategies for protecting mobility and independence as you age. Magnesium, the muscle regulator. Every time you take a step, magnesium is working behind the scenes to make sure your muscles receive the signals they need to contract and relax smoothly. Often called the master regulator of muscle function, magnesium helps prevent spasms, reduces fatigue, and supports endurance. One of the most common, yet least recognized signs of magnesium deficiency is restless leg syndrome and frequent nighttime cramps. Many seniors are familiar with the sudden, painful tightening of the calves or thighs that can strike in the middle of the night, leaving muscles sore and sleep disrupted. Painful muscle contractions, especially at night, are one of the most common warning signs of magnesium deficiency. These sudden cramps not only disrupt sleep, but also make it harder for the body to recover from daily activities. This isn't just a minor discomfort, it's the body signaling that it's struggling to regulate proper muscle relaxation. Magnesium plays a calming role in the nervous system, preventing overactive nerve signals and keeping muscles from seizing unexpectedly. That's why it's so important for anyone dealing with chronic tension, cramps, or involuntary contractions. But magnesium's role goes far beyond muscle comfort. It is also essential for bone density and joint health. While calcium often gets all the attention, it cannot function properly without magnesium. This mineral regulates calcium transport, ensuring it's deposited into bones rather than soft tissues, where misplaced calcium can contribute to stiffness and joint pain. Research has shown that higher magnesium intake is linked to greater bone strength and a lower risk of fractures in older adults, making it a cornerstone of lifelong mobility. So why is magnesium deficiency so widespread? One major reason is that it's easily depleted by stress, poor diet, and even common medications. Many older adults take drugs, such as diuretics, proton pump inhibitors, and certain blood pressure medications, that actively lower magnesium levels. Combine that with diets low in magnesium-rich foods, and the result is a gradual depletion that chips away at strength, stamina, and flexibility. This is why so many seniors notice a slow decline: shorter walking distances, more effort climbing, stairs, and faster fatigue after even simple activities. Too often, this is blamed solely on aging, when in reality it's a lack of the right nutrients to fuel performance. The good news? Replenishing magnesium levels can bring almost immediate benefits, reducing cramps, boosting endurance, and restoring confidence in movement. Restoring magnesium levels can have an immediate impact on leg health, reducing cramps, boosting energy, and bringing back a natural ease of movement. Some of the best dietary sources of magnesium include leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and legumes. Foods like pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, black beans, and avocados are especially rich in this mineral, making them excellent choices for supporting muscle and bone strength. For those who struggle to get enough through diet alone, magnesium supplements can be highly effective. Forms such as magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate are especially well absorbed by the body. The transformation can be remarkable. Seniors who once felt heavy and sluggish often find their legs responding with renewed energy. Those plagued by cramps or stiffness notice relief, allowing them to sleep more peacefully and move more freely. Even balance and coordination improve, since magnesium plays a critical role in the neuromuscular connections that keep movement steady and controlled. Potassium. The fluid and muscle balancer. Imagine stepping out of bed in the morning and being hit with a sudden, painful calf cramp. Sound familiar? Muscle cramps are one of the most common symptoms of low potassium levels. That's because potassium is a key regulator of muscle function, helping maintain the delicate balance of fluids inside and outside muscle cells. When potassium drops too low, muscles may contract involuntarily, leading to painful cramps, especially in the legs. For older adults who may already face reduced circulation and muscle mass, these cramps aren't just an inconvenience. They can be debilitating, making walking, standing, or even resting uncomfortable. But cramps are only the beginning. Have you ever felt your legs trembling after standing for a while? Have you ever noticed your legs trembling after standing for a while, or felt increased stiffness when walking? This often points to low potassium levels. Potassium is essential for transmitting signals between nerves and muscles, ensuring every movement is smooth and controlled. When levels drop, communication between the brain and leg muscles weakens, leading to shakiness, muscle weakness, or difficulty lifting the feet properly, all of which greatly increase the risk of falls. And for seniors, avoiding falls is absolutely critical. Potassium also plays a surprising role in bone health. It helps neutralize acids in the body that, if left unchecked, can slowly erode bone density. Studies show that a potassium-rich diet can slow bone loss, lowering the risk of osteoporosis and keeping the legs structurally strong. In other words, potassium protects not just your muscles, but also your bones, helping them work together in harmony. So how can you get enough potassium to keep your legs strong? Fortunately, nature provides plenty of delicious options. While bananas are the most well-known source, they're just the beginning. Sweet potatoes, avocados, spinach, beans, oranges, and even a baked potato with the skin all deliver excellent amounts of potassium. The key is variety. By incorporating different potassium-rich foods into your daily meals, you can ensure consistent nourishment for both muscles and bones. For those who struggle to meet their needs through food alone, potassium supplements may seem like an easy solution. However, supplements should only be taken under medical guidance, since too much potassium can strain the heart and kidneys. The recommended daily intake is about 2,600 milliliters for women and 3,400 milliliters for men. With a balanced diet full of fresh, whole foods, most people can reach these levels naturally, supporting stronger legs, better movement, and greater independence. When most people think about bone strength, calcium and vitamin D usually come to mind. But without vitamin K, these nutrients cannot do their jobs effectively. Vitamin K is the missing link that directs calcium into the bones, where it strengthens the skeleton, rather than letting it accumulate in arteries or soft tissues, which can lead to stiffness, circulation problems, and even heart disease. Think of vitamin K as the traffic controller that ensures calcium goes to the right place, keeping your legs strong, mobile, and protected. For older adults, this role is especially important. Research shows that people with higher vitamin K intake tend to have denser bones, fewer fractures, and better overall bone health than those with lower levels. That's because vitamin K activates osteocalcin, a protein that binds calcium securely to the bone matrix, making bones tougher and more resistant to breakage. But vitamin K does more than just support bones. It's also vital for joint health and muscle performance. Many overlook that healthy legs depend not only on sturdy bones, but also on flexible joints and strong muscles. Vitamin K has been found to reduce inflammation in joints, helping slow the progression of osteoarthritis and easing stiffness, especially in the knees, a common trouble spot for seniors. If you've ever noticed your knees aching or feeling stiff during movement, low vitamin K could be part of the reason. Supporting your intake may help restore comfort, flexibility, and smoother mobility. If you notice your legs feeling stiff or achy after sitting for too long, vitamin K may be the missing nutrient that helps restore comfort and keep you moving with ease. Beyond its role in bone strength, vitamin K also supports muscle health, balance, and coordination, all of which are essential for preventing falls as we age. Emerging research shows that vitamin K helps muscles function properly by regulating calcium inside muscle cells. This ensures smooth, controlled contractions and reduces the risk of instability, shakiness, or unsteady steps. There are two main forms of vitamin K. Vitamin K1, found mostly in green leafy vegetables such as spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard, greens, and Brussels sprouts. Vitamin K2, found in fermented foods like natto, fermented soybeans, aged cheeses, egg yolks, and liver. K2 is especially powerful because it remains active in the body longer and plays a stronger role in guiding calcium into bones instead of arteries. Boosting your vitamin K intake doesn't have to be complicated. Adding a handful of greens to a salad, blending kale into a smoothie, or enjoying a serving of sautéed spinach with dinner can make a noticeable difference over time. Fermented foods and small amounts of animal-based sources can also help provide K2 for added bone and muscle protection. For those who struggle to absorb nutrients, such as individuals with digestive issues or those taking long-term antibiotics, vitamin K supplements may be an option. However, caution is important. Because vitamin K plays a role in blood clotting, anyone taking blood-thinning medications like warfarin should consult their doctor before making dietary changes or starting supplements. In short, vitamin K is more than just a bone builder. It's a mobility protector, helping your muscles, joints, and bones work together so your legs remain strong, steady, and flexible. Vitamin B6, also known as pyridoxine, plays a much bigger role in leg strength and mobility than most people realize. While nutrients like calcium and protein often take the spotlight, B6 is just as essential because it supports nerve health, muscle repair, and protein utilization. Without it, even well-developed muscles can weaken, making everyday movements, like standing up from a chair or climbing stairs, feel unexpectedly difficult. One of the most overlooked functions of vitamin B6 is its impact on nerve signaling and coordination. When levels run low, nerve signals slow down or become misdirected, which can lead to numbness, tingling, or unsteady walking patterns. Many older adults assume these issues are simply part of aging, when in reality, their nervous system may just be lacking this critical nutrient. Vitamin B6 also helps protect muscles from inflammation-related fatigue. By regulating inflammatory responses in the body, it reduces stiffness, improves flexibility, and promotes quicker recovery after physical activity. If you often feel sore, stiff, or slow to bounce back from exercise, increasing your B6 intake could make a noticeable difference. Another key role of B6 is its contribution to red blood cell production. Red blood cells carry oxygen to the muscles, fueling them with the energy they need for endurance and strength. A deficiency can reduce hemoglobin levels, leaving your muscles underpowered. This results in fatigue, heavy legs, and a general loss of stamina, even during light activity. In short, vitamin B6 is not just a supporting player in nutrition. It's a cornerstone for leg strength, energy, and coordination, helping your muscles and nerves work in harmony so you can stay active and independent. If you find yourself feeling unusually tired after short walks or light activity, it could be your body's way of signaling a need for more vitamin B6. The good news is that B6 is widely available in everyday foods. Poultry, fish like salmon and tuna, bananas, potatoes, chickpeas, and fortified cereals are all excellent sources. By including these in your regular meals, you can naturally support healthy nerve signaling, muscle strength, and overall endurance. For some, however, especially those with digestive issues, absorption problems, or restrictive diets, food alone may not be enough. In these cases, B6 supplementation can help maintain optimal levels. The recommended daily intake for older adults is about 1.5 milligrams per day for women and 1.7 milligrams per day for men. While B6 from food is considered very safe, high-dose supplements should be used carefully. Taking too much for extended periods may cause nerve-related side effects. That's why the best approach is a balanced diet, supported by supplements only when necessary. Strong, energized legs begin with the right nutrients, and vitamin B6 is one you don't want to overlook.